Thank you very much to all of those in the Friends of Literacy organization for this great honor. I confess that it came as quite a surprise when I heard about it, particularly after I told my good friend David Lauber, who nominated me, that I did not think there was any chance that I would receive it. There are, of course, many people to thank, far too many for the time allotted to me or for your patience. Hundreds of people along my life's journey have encouraged me to write and have offered their support in 1,000 ways for my writing efforts, and I thank them all. I am currently the writer in residence at the Blount County Public Library, and my association with that organization and its people has brought home to me how important libraries are and have been to both me as a writer and as a citizen. Our libraries are staffed by lots of dedicated professionals, and I have been privileged to work with many at the Blount County Public Library. But our libraries are supported by many amateurs like you and me. These are people who recognize the importance of libraries and the contributions they make to the community. One of these supporters, perhaps the most famous of all, was Andrew Carnegie. No name is more associated with public libraries than that of Andrew Carnegie. Carnegie has his name on lots of things, to be sure: Carnegie Hall, Carnegie Mellon University. But for most of the 20th century, America and a good part of the world paired his name with the word library. Carnegie once wrote that a person's life should be divided into 3 parts. The first part should be devoted to learning as much as possible. The second should be devoted to gaining as much wealth as possible. And the third should be devoted to giving away as much of that wealth as possible to causes that would advance the public good. Carnegie followed his own dictum. He was born in Scotland in 1835, and when he was 12, he immigrated with his family to western Pennsylvania. He had little opportunity for formal schooling and worked at a number of jobs to help support the family. The young Carnegie enjoyed reading and learning, but books were expensive and out of reach for boys of his station. The young Carnegie got lucky, however. He met Colonel James Anderson, a local man who let boys like Andrew borrow 1 book each Saturday night from his 400-volume library. Andrew rarely missed a Saturday, and his enjoyment of reading turned into a passion. Carnegie never forgot Anderson's generosity. He vowed at the time that he would give other young boys the same opportunity that he had for reading if he ever had the chance. He got that chance, and he kept his vow. By the turn of the 20th century, Carnegie had built a vast steel empire and had become by far the richest man in the world. In 1901, he sold his steel interest for more than $300 million. More than a decade before that, Carnegie had begun donating money for public libraries, and after his retirement, he devoted much of his energy to his philanthropic endeavors. In all, he helped build and fund more than 3,000 libraries, many of which would never have existed but for his donations. He once wrote, "It was from my early experience that I decided there was no use to which money could be applied so productively as the founding of a public library." We may not have the resources of an Andrew Carnegie at our disposal, and we may not be able to build whole libraries with a single check. Each of us has something to contribute, however, something that would make life for lots of people much better. So tonight, in accepting this wonderful award, I ask that you think about your local library and what you can contribute to it. Thank you very much.